Alrighty guys, 'tis I, Chrissy Girl. Welcome to part 20 of my LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 playthrough. And we're back at Hogwarts now. Scabbers being a douchebag. For whatever reason, he's behaving very strangely. Oh yes, worth mentioning, Hagrid is now a school teacher as of this year. He teaches, care of magical creatures. If any of you, of course, didn't know that. All two of you. And of course, Remus Lupin, who we've met on the train already, is our new Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher because we need a new one every year. Let's be honest, Hogwarts have not got a very good track record at keeping, teachers for Defence Against the Dark Arts. So the first thing we've got to do at Hogwarts is go to a Defence Against the Dark Arts lesson. Let's see what Lupin knows. Let's see if he's any better than that douchebag we had last year. Because let's face it, Gilderoy Lockhart was useless. Let's see if this guy's any better. He seems like he might be. He took out the Dementors pretty well. What the hell is Snape doing hiding in the cupboard? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the famous Boggarts scene. Snape in a dress. Still cracks me up. That actually wasn't Snape. That was a Boggart. It's a creature that's supposed to take on the form of the character's worst fear. And in the case of Neville, that would be Snape. That's not too bad when your worst fear is a teacher. And, not something like, Voldemort. Oh, Neville. So unaware of the real world. And I am just going to collect up a bunch of studs real quick. With Scabbers. No. It wasn't Scabbers. I was actually a rat. Okay. That's unusual, but hey-ho. Cool. Ron's a much smaller rat than Scabbers is. Come on. So, what we're learning in this lesson is a spell called Ridiculous. It's the spell we use to take out Boggarts, or Boggarts, whatever you... Oh, Boggarts, not Boggarts. Boggarts, that sounds very posh. Boggarts. Boggarts. So, basically, I'm pretty sure you probably noticed that at one point in the year 2, towards the beginning, in this playthrough I pointed out a shaking chest. Inside that chest was a Boggart, and now after we've learnt how to do the spell, we'll be able to take out any Boggarts that are hanging around Hogwarts. Which will be a very handy thing indeed. It's one more thing we can get rid of that we don't want around here. So... Each of the characters have different Boggarts. Ron's is a spider, obviously. All you have to do is cast Ridiculous on it and it will develop rollerblades and it won't be able to stand up straight. And I do fire off the spell quite a few times. I mean, come on. I suppose a spider on rollerblades does kind of add humour to a bad situation. So now I've done it 3 times with Ron, I can do it 3 times with Hermione. Harry, of course, doesn't learn Ridiculous, because he's going to learn Expecto Patronum later on. Hermione's Boggart... Boggart! That's too posh! Boggart is... Professor McGonagall telling her she's failed on her test. And of course, once you hit the Boggart with Ridiculous, McGonagall's going to be suddenly full of praise for Hermione. So it's kind of funny. Hermione's worst fear is even more sillier than than Neville's is. A teacher failing her. Oh my goodness me, the world is going to come to an end. At least Neville has practically a fair enough reason for being scared of Snape. So anyway, as I say, only Ron and Hermione, and you know, we'll learn it. There's a Boggart. Boggart! I keep saying Boggart. It sounds too posh. And we're going out into a new area now. Gonna need the key, obviously. And I think every time you start the game again, this is kind of annoying, you have to switch on your abilities and that you've unlocked, the red bricks you've unlocked. So if I want to use Ghost Studs, if I quit the game, I have to go into the start menu and turn it back on because it'll automatically turn off. Which can be kind of annoying. I'm surprised that it doesn't find a way of saving it. You know, that you want to use, you know, collecting the Ghost Studs. So we're in this new courtyard, and I'm just going to use Scabbers. Crookshanks, not Scabbers! Rah! So angry at myself for making that cock up. And you may notice some blonde woman over there. That is Professor Trelawney. She's our divination teacher. Divination being a new subject for us. And it's a load of old folly, but then again, anyone who's ever read the films or read the books or watched the films will know she's a folly. And I do apologise for tripping up over my words. I don't know what's gotten into me. Then again, I always bloody do it, so why am I so surprised? It's why I don't talk much in real life. So, loads of studs for me to collect, and I do apologise, but I'm just going to be doing that. I mean, why not? They're there, I may as well get them while they're there. Loads of flowers to zap. It's going to make Hogwarts look a bit plainer, but hey ho. At least I won't have to traverse so many of these darn things. And at least I can go shopping. Imagine if you just blasted open, you know, a flower in real life and bang, you just got loads of money for it. Bit strange. Then again, money does literally come from trees. It just takes a while to be made into money. Right. There's a potion ingredient up there. Pick it up. I don't believe this is a compulsory potion to make. So if you don't particularly care and you just want to go straight through the stories without collecting anything, you can head straight into the divination classroom now. But me being a bit of a collecto, you know, collectome freak, so I'm just gonna, you know, zap about and stuff, and that's the final potion ingredient. Hidden in the bushes. Okie dokie. It's a strength potion. What did you expect any more than that? Broomsticks hanging around as well. I'm going to get Ron to take this potion because he's got such a different animation when he takes it. He does push-ups. None of the other characters that I can think of do this. Yeah, you may have noticed those broomsticks, that now we can actually use it. Obviously gonna use Harry because Hermione's useless on a bloody broomstick. And Ron's just okay on a broomstick, but he's not as good. I don't even think he'd be able to go up. I'm not entirely sure about that actually. I never actually... Well, I don't pay attention, do I? But anyway, that gets your character token. If you actually even cared about it. Oliver Wood. Quidditch captain of the Gryffindor team. For the first 3 years of Harry's time at Hogwarts anyway. And then we have a lesson where we just drink tea. And look at mud at the bottom. Is it tea or coffee? Okay. Yes, I know it's tea, but the tea leaves on the bottom do look a bit like coffee sometimes. That's a very silly comment, but I do that. I make silly comments. Quite a few things to blast apart in this room. But, you know, it's fairly straightforward. This puzzle, you just got to rebuild all the cups. And then we obviously have done with this lesson. This lesson doesn't really serve much of a purpose, to be honest with you. It's just there to, you know, move along the story. Other than that, you wouldn't... Ah! Darn it, I didn't hit Malfoy. No, I hit Malfoy. You douchebag, it would teach you for laughing at me. Be cold. And you're just going to go straight back to laughing at us, you morons. Don't think that I won't zap you again. I'm not going to. It's not worth my time. That's one of our cups. And that's 2 cups we've got so far. And the third one, I believe, is in this cupboard over here. Hermione doesn't agree with transfiguration. Transfiguration. Divination. See, I keep coming out with the wrong bloody words, and it's frustrating for me. But I'm not going to give up on commentary. I will get over this problem of mine. Those studs better not vanish, you stupid woman. I wonder what X stands for. Sex. And Harry's is just a great big mess. And Trelawney's making it look like it's a grim. When it's not, obviously. The grim obviously being something that's the omen of death. That's it. Harry's going to die according to that woman, but obviously if you look properly, she's a bit of a folly, so you can't really trust anything the woman comes out with. It's like trusting a sidekick. Some people do, but I personally don't. I think they're all a bunch of follies, personally. But if you trust them, go right ahead. We're moving on to our next lesson now. 3 lessons. Blimey. That's quite a lot of lessons to have in one go. Harry and his friends are used to having like a lesson once in a blue moon. Just like it did in the first year. Now we get 3 lessons all in one go. Oh, excuse me. And it's dark out. You boys and girls shouldn't be outside of Hogwarts at night time, especially with these bloody creepy things flapping around. But anyway, we're about to attend the next lesson, so we'll see you guys in the next part for that. See ya.